You may be shocked to find out that the greatest governmental response in Hawaii to a tragedy is actually a land grab. It's not the fires in Lahaina and how they reacted or didn't react. And we're going to talk about it in this video. It's a super important story that needs to be shared and put out there. There's some good news within this story, really good news about the Hawaiian culture. And there's also something very important that I want to share with you guys at the end. So let's talk about it. Okay, we guided you out to the waterfall, or Spirit guided you out to the waterfall, because as we share this information that could be alarming, anger you, and bring up a lot of emotions, we also want to share the aloha and the power of healing of water and these islands. So I'm going to share this message with you, and there's also a message of hope in here. So let's do it. So during the news conference, they talked a lot about the amazing response. But the reality is that the biggest single response that's ever occurred was actually a land grab. And they took an entire island. The government took an entire island, and the island that many of you have never been to. And I've actually been there, and I'll share with a little bit of that in a minute. But there's an island called 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢. So if you ever been to Wailea or ever been to Kihei, or even on the west side or even on the south side, there's 3 islands, yeah? So you got 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢, which a lot of people don't even know about. You have Lanai, and then you have Molokai. 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢 was leased prior to World War II, and they took this little small section and they were doing some bomb testing. Why anyone would want to bomb a beautiful island, I really don't know. But after Pearl Harbor, which was the tragedy, our government declared martial law. They declared martial law and took over the island of 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢 and used it as a bombing range to test what they perceived as nuclear, and how ships would react to nuclear explosions. So they simulated that by dropping huge 500-pound bombs on the island, creating huge craters. And they destroyed one of the 8 islands, 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. They destroyed it. And it's really sad that our government can do that. And I don't know why anyone would want to test on these sacred grounds, but the island's completely destroyed. There's craters in it now. And that was the biggest land grab ever. And by the way, again, stay with me. I have something to share with you at the end that's super important, but that was the biggest land grab. And there's another land grab I'm going to talk about in another video, but that was the biggest land grab by our federal government, and was the biggest response by our federal government. That was. And they devastated an entire island. How do I know that? Well, I mean, I've done some research, but as I got stationed here on the military, I was actually assigned what we call detail. You pack a rucksack, you fly over in a helicopter, and you land there for 3 days. And as that detail, you're supposed to look for unexploded ordnance so you can help clean up the island. Because the great news is Hawaiians, through their sheer effort and determination of some very special people have even lost their lives in pursuit of getting back this island. People that literally camped on the island and hid on the island so they would stop the bombing. And then they finally created, I think it's called Protect 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 really outline this entire story, so I encourage you to watch it and get informed. Or you can just go to Hawaii News Now, put together the 5-part series. Amazing series about 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 and the people and the Hawaiians. But over time, they took back the island. That's the good news. Through sheer willpower and this amazing Hawaiian culture, these people took back their land. And that's the good news. The bad news is the entire island is completely effed up. It's completely destroyed, and slowly but surely they're trying to reclaim it and get it back to where, you know, it's inhabitable. It's not even inhabitable right now. And that's both good news and bad news. But 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 was the single greatest response by our government, and it was a negative response. It was martial law, it was a takeover, and it was a land grab, and that's not okay. Now, the good news is that since we took it back, the Hawaiians took it back, I think that they're going to be able to manage Lahaina and West Side Maui pretty well, because that, let's face it, West Side Maui is some of the most valuable land on the planet. Why? You got 3 islands you overlook, including, if you add Molokini, you got 4, really, that's not an island, but you got beautiful turtles everywhere, sharks at Mala Reef, you got it's just such an amazing place that everyone wants to be here, and apparently especially the federal government and all these billionaires, which is going to be my next video. But I've been on that island, and it's sad. Go watch the videos on YouTube. But I want to share something super important to you, that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Our government, along with other governments, are taking over land all over the country, in South Dakota, in Tennessee, in Texas, in Florida, in Virginia, all over, Nevada, all over. They're taking over the entire country for what a lot of people believe are nefarious purposes, or whatever their purpose may be. That is to be determined, and that's the real danger of what we're facing. Now, I think it's good that they, in a way, that they tried to do it here, because this is a Hawaiian, this is a warrior culture, and I don't think we're gonna stand for it. And despite what your politicians say, that they're thankful and grateful, and the reality is it's just sad to me what we're seeing. So this land grab, and there's been another one. Again, I'm gonna share that. We're talking about Lanai, but 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗦 was a serious land grab. It's not okay. We had to take it back, but it's like taking it back something that we completely jacked up and destroyed. So that's the small silver lining. And it's important that you learn about the history of land grabs, about the government, about the Hawaiian culture, and you go to the YouTube channel or go to Hawaii News Now to look at their documentary series. It's unbelievable. Just go to my bio, but I hope you were able to breathe, enjoy the water, experience some of the aloha. Thank Spirit for guiding us here to share this information. And I hope you like, share, and comment, because what's going on is not okay. I'll see you guys on another video. I got really great news. Parts of Maui are opening up, and where on earth is there a better place to restore healing, health, biohack your body, do an ice bath, a natural ice bath, and enjoy the aloha. So I hope you guys will come out, be patient with everybody, and I hope you just have some understanding and respect, but you can't beat it.